The New South Wales Premier and Opposition leader have accused each other of misleading voters ahead of next Saturday's election. Chris Minns maintains Dominic Perrottet will privatise state assets, but the Premier says the claim is a Mediscare-style Labor lie.
The two New South Wales leaders facing off and firing up a week out from this close contest.
Why take it to an election when you could do what you did at the last election, tell the people of New South Wales that you won't privatise and do it straight after.
But Chris, it's a balanced approach.
Isn't that what happened?
No, but it's a balanced approach. What you do is you look at the...
I think it's about being truthful to the voters
but you
of
look
the state.
if it's going towards productive infrastructure like schools and hospitals and public
debt
transport.
has to be paid off.
Yes, exactly.
At the end of the day.
Exactly.
You've said before there's good debt and there's bad debt.
Chris,
Try and explain that to the person you have to repay.
Chris,
and at the end of the day, your policies in relation to infrastructure are unfunded liabilities on the New South Wales balance sheet. It's going to have to be paid for either with massive increase in the debt position of the state or the privatisation of essential assets.
Away from the state's finances, the household budget was also firmly in focus. The Premier claims creating a supply chain commissioner role will lower the price of groceries.
So can you guarantee that on a basket of groceries of $100, it will be cheaper?
Absolutely.
The Premier knows the New South Wales government has no responsibility for grocery prices in this state. And if he had such a great idea to reduce the amount of money a family pays on their grocery bills, why wouldn't he have done it at some point over the last 12 years?
Before Chris Minns cast concern over whether the coalition has invested enough in Sydney's west to keep up with population growth.
Because we've built the light rail. We've created a new city in Parramatta. And if you build,
people in Parramatta are telling me we need the infrastructure to cope with the population.
And that's exactly what we're doing.
Virtually doubling it is not fair to those families.
And that's exactly what we're doing, Chris.
Another flashpoint is privatisation. The Labor leader is accusing the Perrottet government of wanting to sell off more state-owned assets, including Sydney Water. A fresh report has suggested the coalition looked into the idea when Mr Perrottet was Treasurer.
This is just a Mediscare-style campaign that Labor run at every single election. And it covers the fact they don't have a positive plan and ideas to take our state forward.
Pete, is that really fair when you consider just days before the last election, the Premier himself was asked, are you going to privatise the rest of WestConnex? And he said, I've got no plans to do it. I've got no plans to do it. Well, does that sound familiar? He's going into the next election on the 25th of March with exactly the same rhetoric.
With their second leaders' debate, all eyes will turn to Sky's People's Forum next Wednesday, 60 hours before polls open. The Premier hoping his predecessor's personal popularity will rub off on his campaign.
Will Gladys Berejiklian have won this election?
I've got no idea. That's up to the voters.
Yes.
Julia Bradley, Sky News, Sydney.